Good morning. Well, I think it's still morning. I can't see the time on this because I'm filming. Right. Welcome. How have you all been? It's been a busy few weeks, as usual. If you've not been here before, thank you for joining me. If you've been here before, you know what to expect, and welcome back. Let me just pop you backwards a little so that, there we go, that's better. So, what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted by me? Oh no, that's a little bit worse actually. There we go. Backgrounds needs tidying. I need to blitz the craft room, and it's all right, I've got lots of things just kind of piled everywhere. Let's just jump forward and say my name's Diane and I'm coming to you from the West Midlands, where I live with my partner Richard. This is a crafty, sewy, knitty, crochet, weavy, spinning. There's my spinner. Kind of podcast. So if that's your jam, you're in the right place. I haven't done a lot of knitting. I've been off work this week and I've been doing some dyeing because, as I shared in a previous podcast, I think it not last one, the one before that, I believe, we're doing Yarndale this year, and it's not that far away now, 8 weeks or so. So I'll pop a link in the description box below where you can get your tickets. If you haven't got them already, they do sell out quite quickly for Yarndale. So, and if you're going, let me know. Come and say hi. Yes, so that's September the 27th and 28th. We're going down on the 26th. And we've booked like an Airbnb for the weekend. So, yeah, we'll do the show and then come back on Monday, so that we don't have to. And I'm hoping, no, we ain't going to take any of the Yorkshire Dales in, are we? Because, you know, when do you have time? Anyhow, let's get on with the podcast, shall we? This week I'm going to show you my progress on my Battenberg blanket, which is in this beautiful Mrs. D bag that I've had some years now, a few years now. A couple of new cast-ons, and I haven't done much progress on anything that you've seen before, so I don't know if I'll share those, but we'll see how we get on for time, shall we? So grab your coffee or your beverage, or wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. Okay, so we will start off. I think I've got no finished objects, so I think this is a sock. Yeah, this is a sock. I say this is a sock loosely because it's a Richard sock. This is my own hand-dyed, called, and I should know the name, Horror Story. 75/25 superwash merino and nylon. That's the colourway. That's what it looks like in the ball. And Richard's balled this up for me because I just was too lazy to get the ball winder out. He loves sitting there winding, so he doesn't mind. So that's my progress anyway on Richard's sock. I have only got one on at the minute. I shall do what I normally do is 2.5 9-inch circular. I love the 9-inch circulars. I don't get on very well with double pointed needles, so these are my go-to. 1x1 rib for about 2 inches. He likes a long rib. and then a long leg sock. So they're going to be on the needles for quite some time. Seems pretty dark. Oh, we haven't had the weather report yet. So that's my sock for Richard. Just a plain vanilla sock, 1x1 rib. Knit until you run out of yarn. It's quite overcast this morning, or today. It was beautiful when I woke up this morning, and then it rained. The trouble with this country is once it rains, it doesn't know when to stop, does it? We had all that lovely dry weather through June and into July. I'm not a big fan of the heat anyway, so, but this is nice. This is nice. I can smell September. I said that to Richard the other day. Does anybody else smell the weather? Like you can smell rain. You can smell when it's going to rain. I can smell September already. Anyway, that is living in my higher bag because it's the higher 9-inch circulars, and I also use the higher flyers. I think I've shown them before to do the toes. I've usually got a couple in here. Anyway, that's the higher flyer, and it's a DPN with a bit of wire in the middle, more or less. There we go. You haven't used them before. I love them. They're great for toe-up socks, to start off the toe-up socks. They might be in the other bag actually, because the other socks that I've got on the needles for him are toe-up. But I love them. So yeah, when you get your 9-inch circulars or higher flyers, they come in these beautiful bags. Okay, so shall we go to, oh, I'm not going to show you that one because I have not touched it. I'm not going to tell you what it is either. Oh, I've got a couple of projects in there that haven't been touched as well for quite some time. One's a hat. I can't remember what the other one is. Anywho, this is the iris top by Along Avec Anna. A few people are making this at the moment, so I've jumped on the bandwagon because I really like the look of the top. I'm doing it in my own hand dyed. I haven't got much progress from last time. I think I was, oh well, I've put progress keeper, so I was there last time. I've done that much, but I'm loving it. I really wanted to finish it before the end of the summer this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. She's coming up quite wide, but once it's washed and blocked, I'm hoping it'll stretch the other way and not sideways. I don't care. I really love it. I love the pattern. It doesn't have to be skin tight, does it? Oh, it's just, there we go. That's the, oh, you can see the colour better there. That's actually quite true to colour. If I move my face out the way, I might focus on it a little bit better. So yeah, that's my progress on that so far. I think I've done 2 pattern repeats. No, 1.5 pattern repeats, because you finish your repeat at the top of the diamond. So yeah, I think I've done about 1.5 repeats so far. So that's the yarn. Ooh, it's actually not too far off a good colour match. The grey is a little bit darker, but the green is spot on. Yep. I haven't got a name for this because I just dyed up a colour that I thought that I'd love. Didn't like it, changed it. So I've no idea what the recipe was or if I could ever reproduce it. That's living in my Mrs. D bag. Oh, we'd better put that pattern back in that bag because I shall lose it. I'm really looking forward to Yarndale, really looking forward to it. It was very hard to book some accommodation. I've left it a little bit late. So we're about 5 miles out of Skipton. Compton or Crompton. I've probably butchered that. I'm really sorry to all the people who live that way if I've butchered that, but I think it's Crompton. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to have a look. One or the other, Compton or Crompton. But anyway, it says it's about 5 miles from Skipton town. So the next thing I have is a new cast on. And I haven't even got the pattern. Oh, I am rubbish. I don't have the pattern here. So I don't know what it is. I'm really sorry. I'll pop that aside for a second and then I'll go and find the pattern and we'll come back to it. Okay, my other cast on is another outline tee. You know I loved the last one that I made so much. Oh my goodness. I thought I'd even forgotten the label for the yarn then. So this is the outline tee. Organised as ever. By Jessie May Designs. And if you watched my last podcast, I was wearing my blue version that I finished a few weeks ago. This is my progress so far. I need to put a progress keeper in it actually now so that we remember where I was. So I cast this on last week, I believe. And that's how much I've got done so far. Now, if you remember with the blue one, with the other one that I made, I need some needle stoppers on there. I made it a little bit longer because you work it rib up, so from the bottom up. So I'm not far off splitting for the sleeves now, I don't think. Yeah, so I've got about 2 inches to go from where I'd like it to be. I want it to just hit me just on the waistband of my jeans because I shall wear it with jeans. I live in jeans, what can I say? Not much to say about it. It's just knitting around until you split for the sleeves, and then you do the front right, the left right, or vice versa. The front right, the right front and the left front, and then you knit the back and join it all back together again. And then it has eyelets. If you've not seen the pattern, it has eyelets all the way up front and the sides. You can see there. So those are all eyelets, and you actually drop the stitch off from the top and then pull it apart all the way down. That's the best bit of the pattern. I really enjoy that. I love it. But I enjoyed it so much, and I wear it so much, that I decided to cast on the second. So the wool is, it's a Woolly Mama's yarn, and it's, the colourway is Beachcomber. It's a 4-ply fingering, 100 grams, 425 metres, 465 yards, base is 75 superwash, 25 nylon. There's her card. And I absolutely, I went on Google looking for some yarn, because I thought I wanted to try somebody different. I've never tried Woolly Mama's yarns before. I'm in love with Ducky Darling yarns. So most of the yarns I use are Ducky Darling. Yeah, apart from my own hand dyed. So I went onto their website and ordered Beachcomber, and it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm in love with it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get it finished, and it's having a lot of love, as you can see. Everything else has taken a back seat as usual. That is the yarn. Richard's balled it up for me as usual, because I'm just too lazy to get the ball winder out. Well, I'm not lazy, it's just a faff, isn't it? I've got so many things out in the craft room constantly that if I get the ball winder out, I have to put other things and move other, you know the drill. So that is that new cast on, and that's living in my very first bag that I ever made for myself. So that is that one. Okay, my other whip, which I haven't picked up since the last time we saw it, but you haven't seen it for a couple of weeks, well, about a month or so, is this one, and it's the Love Note. Now everybody and their wife, or her wife, has made a Love Note, except me. I've never made one. So this is my first Love Note. And because I haven't picked it up for such a long time, I'm wondering now, am I going to know where I am in the pattern? Oh, well, it's marked. I can't remember what the pattern was. But anyway, this is what I have so far. So this is knit top down, and that's the pattern so far. This is my own dyed, my own hand dyed, and it's called Off to Work, which is a 75 superwash merino. Don't have the label. Cashmere silk blend. Yeah, 75-25, I think. Something like that. But I know it's got cashmere. It's so soft. This will be beautiful for the winter. Absolutely gorgeous for the winter, and it's going to be so warm and snuggly. I just need to get on and finish it. Yeah. So that's the Love Note. I've bought this bag upstairs into the craft room with all my whips in. This usually sits next to me downstairs. And I'll just pick out a whip whatever I feel like working on that day. Oh, the stitch markers in the bottom of there. Oh, hello. What are you doing there? I'll pop them away. And because it's not sitting downstairs next to me. Oh, I found the label for off to work. There we go. So we'll pop that in the bag so next time we have it. Okay. So I think I'm just going to pause you there and go and find the pattern for this other whip. Well, this other new cast on. Just bear with. And back in the room. That wasn't too bad actually. I knew exactly where it was. I just hadn't brought it up. This is the scar bucket. Fully lined, reversible, scrappy project. You can use any yarn you want. Scraps of yarn. Well, my leftovers, basically. That's the pattern. Okay, and it is from Pashio Knit Spinner. There we go. That's her. And there's a link there, which I will try to link below if I can. I've seen a few people make these bags. And I just wanted to have a go. Saw the pattern and I thought, yep, that's it. That's my next whip. Oh, put that back in the bag. Sorry. Patterns, patterns everywhere. Have you ever opened a project bag to find the wrong pattern in there? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I've done it so many times. Okay, so this is my progress thus far. So I have knit the outside of the bag. So we start with the circle on the bottom and then you knit it up the side. This is where the cord goes through there. So you knit that cord for the cord to go through, and now I'm knitting back down the inside. So you can turn it that way or that way, doesn't matter. You can have it inside out or back to front, doesn't matter. It's the inside out bag. Was there a thing years ago called the inside out? Yeah, the inside out boy. Anybody remember? Why has that popped into my head? Oh dear. Inside out boy. Inside out bag. But yes, this has had a lot of love as well. As you can see, I cast this on just after my last podcast. Just before I ordered the yarn for my other project, my other outline tee. Sorry, I can't, I'm going to have to cut my fringe at some point. I really need to go to the hairdresser and have a haircut. Look how long this has got. It's only just over a year. Was it just over a year? No, about 15 months. It was proper short. So that's it so far. I'm not far off actually starting the decreases for the inside. I did have a couple of problems with it in that the bottom seems a little bit together. I'm hoping that will block out when, I mean, I did the increases as it said in the pattern, which I found a little bit hard to follow. Don't know if anybody else has ever had that problem. Please let me know in the comments if you have. or if you're looking at this and thinking, I know what you've done wrong, please do let me know. I'm not ripping it out, it's a bag. I'm going to try and pull it and block it out to get the bottom. I had to go up a needle size because it seemed the first time I did it, I had a little tiny, and I'm making the big size, the largest of the two bags. I've got the right amount of segments on the bottom, so that's all good. But when I did it the first time, my circle, instead of being like this, was like this. So I went up 2 needle sizes actually. Got my other glasses. Let me just see if I can read the needle size. But it isn't what it called for in the pattern. 5mm, and I believe it calls for a 3.75 or a 4mm DPNs. It says it asks for. I did I don't get on with DPNs, so I did it on Magic Loop. I used Magic Loop to start, and just did the increases on there. Whether that's something to do with why it was so small, or I've no idea, but anyhow, we're getting there. I will make another one just to see if it's me not reading the pattern properly, but this is all just leftovers of 4-ply yarn, and I'm just holding it double. Some are hand dyed. Can't remember who's. I think that's Ducky Darlings, and that one is a Yorkshire Spinners, I believe. Yeah, it's got to be. It's either a Yorkshire Spinners or an opal. Might be an opal, but I can't tell you the colourway because I don't have the label anymore. They're just. I knit socks. I threw them in a box. Not the socks, the leftovers. Yeah, but that one's a Ducky Darlings one, definitely. And there's a hair on them. Oh. Does anybody else have the problem of knitting your hair into everything? Because I certainly do. And it's got to the stage now where I can just turn it inside out, pop my yarn inside the bucket, like so, turn it around and just knit. So I am enjoying it. Hopefully that will be finished next time I podcast, but we shall see. You know what I'm like. I'll probably have cast something new on. It hasn't got a bag because it's its own bag, so so that's not all the active whips I have. I have other active whips that are just languishing at the moment. Okay, let's have a look at the progress in the massive Mrs. D bag. I love this bag, and it's different on each side. That's what I love about it. You can see it's handmade. It's wonderful. Okay, so this is the Battenberg blanket. It's been a while since I've brought it out to show. I haven't worked on it in probably 3 months because it's just been too warm to work on it. But now the weather's starting to turn a little, the nights are drawing in a little. I know we're only in August, but you know, bring on the autumn. So this is it so far. Yes, I have holes because what I'm doing, I'm knitting the squares and then I'm going along and joining them this way. And then once I've got it to the size that I want, I'm going to go back and then join on the other side all of the rest of it. Not on the other side, on the same side. So this is it so far. It's quite big already. There we go. Oh, isn't it lovely? I want it to go over my bed. I've still got such a long way to go with it. Oh, it's wide enough. It's the length. I'm probably about halfway. Those are the last squares that I've added there. So, you know, I'm probably about halfway. I've got the same to do again, maybe. The width is right, but I want it just to like, that I can just throw it on the bed in the winter time and then fold it to the bottom as a, you know what I mean. So it just sits nice at the bottom. And we can try to see if we can get it all into the picture. No, we're not going to do it, it's too big. But we can have a good try. There we go. Thumbnail? Maybe. You always get a horrible thumbnail, don't you? People who podcast will know what I mean. I always end up going and changing mine. But yeah, that's it so far. There we go. And I am using Shepshi's or Sheepy's Stonewash cotton. I have one label here. I do need to order some more again because those are the only two colours I've got left. Oh, and that one. There we go, Shepshi's Stonewashed. It's beautifully soft for a cotton. 78% cotton, 22% acrylic. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's 4 different colours, and the cream colour that I'm putting it all together with. That one's the garnet, which is one of the reds. I'm not sure which one right now, but I do have the labels with a little bit of the cotton on each one, so that I know what colour I'm ordering. Then I'm using a 3mm tulip hook. I've got the set of these. I love these hooks. They are so comfortable. You've got a soft grip, and the actual head of it is very, very slippery. So it's just beautiful. I really like it. Love these hooks. Can't recommend them enough. So that's it. As I said, not all of my active whips, but if you just join me for the knitting and the crochet, thank you for joining me. I'm going to just show a little bit of the shop update, and I'll see you on the next one. Right, where shall we go with this? We've got Daisy Jones and the 6 back in stock. So if you've bought that before, you know I've got no labels on them yet. This is another job that I've got to do today. Creep is an old one that we've done before, so that's back in stock. That's the 4-ply, and that's pretty true to colour, to be honest, and that's the DK. They're both superwash merino and nylon. I'll say that's the 4-ply, that's the DK. This one is Wisteria. I know this one's in the shop. This one is Seafoam. It's a little more turquoise than it's showing up on the screen. And we have I can't remember your name. This one is Rizzo. We all remember the pink ladies, right? As I said, I've only put a few of these into the shop. So if you'd see something that you like and it's not in the Etsy shop, when you do a search, drop me a message and I'll list it for you. This one is Passion Flemmer. This one's definitely in the shop. Iris. I think I've got some of this in the shop already, so I'll just up the number. Okay. This one is my favourite. This is a Richard one. This is on a high twist superwash merino nylon 85/15, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love all the tones that he's managed to get through that, and it took him ages to dye this one. Absolutely ages. And some of them, it's not a case of you put it in the pan, you throw your dyes on. It needs to be built. You have to build your layers of colour. But it's gorgeous. I love it. And that one's called Lady Danbury. That one is in the shop. I also love this one. I'm just trying to think what he's called it. And I've got them all written down, but the book's downstairs. What did you call it? What did you call it? I can't remember. I'll pop it on the screen here when I find the name. But it is absolutely, again, this is one of Richard's. He just builds the colour so beautifully. What do we have next? This one's called Wheatfield. Wheatfield. Everything apart from the high twist is all superwash merino nylon 75/25. And I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of those. We've also got a couple of bags that have gone in the shop. Oops, excuse my back. I'll have to cut that bit out where you don't want to see the back, my backside. Okay, so this is, I can't remember what I've called it, but it's in the shop. And it's made with Tilda fabrics. It's a tote bag, which is very unusual for me because I usually put a zip or and it's got quite long handles, so you can pop it on your shoulder. Great for a yarn show. Comes to my waist. Yeah, just below the hip kind of area. Yeah, perfect for all of your yarns. And then we have the Cinderella, which is my favourite. It's got lilac yarn lining. There we go, long handle again. The yarn shows. That is quite a long one. That comes quite far down. I've just spotted a needle on the floor. Yeah. I love them. I need to make myself one of those. For a yarn show, of course. Because we need to have our yarns in something, don't we? Let me just pop that on there and I'll pop it back in the bag that it's fallen out of. I've also dyed up some fibre. No names for these at the moment, they're just, these will be coming to Yarndale. It's looking a bit black, but that's burgundy, orange and yellow. Oh, I love it. That's that one. And these are both the same. Although I do need to plait them a little bit better. Oh, I love them. Oh, that's just my colour. Isn't that lovely? So yep, that's it. These aren't in the shop at the moment. I did run out of time yesterday when I was updating, because you have to list every single item individually, do an explanation for it, your price, your everything. So yeah, I ran out of day. My new tarot is Wheel of Fortune for August, the Mystery Tarot Sock Club. You get 100 gram, you can get 100 gram with 25 gram, so 125 gram, the 25 is a mini, or you can get a 75 gram set, which is a 50 and a 25. Those are in the shop now, obviously in black and white because it's a mystery. So, and I've also been in this morning and I've popped on all of the other tarot collections with pictures because I realised I'd left them in there and I hadn't put pictures on some of them. They were still in black and white. So all of the tarot from January to August is now available still in the Etsy shop. So if you missed them, I was going to take them out and, you know, once they've gone kind of thing. But I've still got some left, so why not just keep them listed? So they're in the shop if you'd like to go and have a look. But this month's is Wheel of Fortune. I'm looking around because I'm thinking that I've forgotten something, because I usually forget. Oh, I have forgotten something. My pouches. There we go. I've just looked over here and saw. So I've done these Kindle pouches as well. These are in the shop right now. And you don't have to use them for a Kindle. You can use them for pencils. You can use them for a notebook. And there's 3 colours. And it's got a popper fastener. Now they're advertised as green, red and pink florals. So when you go into the shop, you just tap the one that you want to order. If you have any problems with them, please don't hesitate to send me a message and I'll have a look for you. Or if you send me a message and say, I'd like the floral pink, please, if you have any problems, that's the one you'll get. Okay, there we go. So that's everything. Is there anything else? No? Okay. I'll see you on the next one. Have a lovely, crafty, I'm going to say 3 or 4 weeks, because I don't seem to get here before then. So yeah, let me know what you're doing in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.